Okay guys, today's video, what are we looking at? It needs strings. It's a Yamaha. So we got to put strings on this thing and get it all shined up and looking good. This is a Yamaha, an MG-M. And it was made between October of 1989 and 1992, so late 80s. It only came in this color, and this is the hardtail version of it, but they also made like a Floyd Rose version of it, maple neck. So we're going to string this thing up, check the electronics, get it playing really nicely, and so I hope you guys hang out with me and help me out here. Okay, so another made in Japan, late 80s. Let's see if we get anything here. Let me tap on it with a little screwdriver and see if we got anything. Seems like we got nothing going on. So yeah, 1989 through 92, Japanese, kind of a shredder style guitar. The blue looks beautiful on this thing, but we've got got something wrong with the electronics here. Hopefully it's something that I can fix up real quickly. I'll go ahead and turn my soldering iron on just to warm that thing up, just in case there's some soldering that needs done. Okay, well, there's quite a lot of wires in a small cavity here. Sometimes if you just wiggle these wires around, it'd be easier if it had strings on it. These barrel jacks, a lot of time these barrel jacks go bad. Guess what I'll do, and I'm just experimenting here, but I'm going to take the wires off this barrel jack and then resolder them and see if that makes a difference. Okay, so now it's working when I just hold this on. So we found the problem. See how I'm just holding the ground on there, and we'll hold the positive to the tip. Then I'll tap on the pickups and I got it. So it's just the barrel jack that needs soldered up or maybe even changed. Okay, so I resoldered this barrel jack. All we can do now is pray that this thing works. Oh, good. Well, we got the neck pickup. Okay, let's just try this and I'll spray this out real good, and maybe this will help us out a little bit. I'm hoping that it's just dusty in here and I can get this to work. Well, I got the center position going, and I got the front. We just don't have the bridge position working. This might be challenging. There it is. So it's just, it was a loose ground. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to resolder where they're all grounded here, and but I think we got them. I see it knocked out again. So we'll do a little bit more soldering here, and hopefully I can figure this out. Okay, so what's happening is all the grounds to everything is right here. I took it off the 5-way switch, and so I think what I have to do is I'm going to try to solder all these grounds together, and then I'm going to put a wire down here on the 5-way switch where the ground is and bring it up to here and see if I can get good grounds on everything. So that's my mission right now. Okay, so I finally got the electronics all taken care of. A lot of soldering. Okay, I'm gonna just check the scale length on this thing. And it looks like 25 3/4. So I'm gonna call this a fender scale length. So what I always put on that scale length, like a fender 25 3/4, like a fender scale length, I always put 9-gauge strings on them. So let me grab a pack of 9ers, throw them on there. Okay, so I went ahead and I put nice chrome screws in there. The old ones were black, and some of them were super rusty. So it kind of made it look nice and new back there. And I'll get rid of these things because that looks better. Okay, today's string choice. Super Slinky 9 through 42 Ernie Ball strings, the best selling strings out of my shop. I do a lot of stuff with Ernie Ball. Nobody seems to complain that when they come in that I have a huge selection of them. So Ernie Ball strings out of Coachella, California. Their headquarters are in Coachella. I've talked to my Ernie Ball dealer. His name is Joey. And being in Coachella, I'm like, well, how is it when that big Coachella festival happens? He goes, man, I hate when that thing is happening. Because I think it's like 3 weekends in a row or something. And, you know, he can't get into his gas station down the corner. Everything is really crowded. But it probably brings, I'm guaranteed it brings a lot of money to that small little desert town that it's really close to Palm Springs. And with me living in Phoenix, every time I go to Los Angeles, you drive through Coachella and Palm Springs to get there. Palm Springs, the home of Sonny Bono, was mayor. And he was responsible for getting all those windmills going. When you drive through Palm Springs out on the freeway, there's just a slew of those windmills out there generating electricity for California. And last time I went through there, they were really going. Sometimes you drive through and you'll see that only half of them are spinning around. But the last time I went through, man, they were all going really good. But California gets a lot of their energy from the Palo Verde nuclear plant that is just outside of Phoenix. So this is a Blueburst out of the Matsumoto factory. It's in really, really nice condition. I did have to fight it to get those electronics wired up nicely, but they all are functioning good now. And this guitar is a consignment piece that is on sale right here. After I string it up and play it, I'm going to put a price tag on this thing, and I'll probably have to do some research on Reverb and eBay and stuff, and see if I can find anything similar to this in the United States, and we'll price it accordingly. The pickups, I believe, are Alnico 5 in the middle position, and then you've got ceramic pickups in the neck and the bridge position with a 5-way switch. The tuners seem to be functioning good. They also make this guitar with a Floyd Rose. Now this is the one that has the, this is more of a, what would you call it, like a Strat style adjustable, flat adjustable tailpiece. But they also put a Floyd Rose on some of these. And those are really super rare. I mean, here in the Phoenix, Arizona area, to find one of these guitars, it's tough, man. There's not very many of them around, that is for sure. Most of these sold in Japan, in the Japanese market, and a lot of them made their way down to Australia, but not a whole lot of them ended up in the United States. And that's where this one is. Alright, we got some strings on it. Okay, so I got my radius gauge out, and at the 12th fret, it looks like a 12-inch radius. Okay, I'm just going to ohm out the pickups and let's see what they are. You got to make sure that you have your volume up all the way. I just got a cable in here and my ohm meter. And so let's see what this neck pickup comes in at 8.19. So that seems pretty nice. The center positions looking like 6.69, which is nice and mellow, very single coil Strat-y kind of sounding. And then the bridge position is 8.11, so not too heavily wound. Kind of would probably produce a very nice clean sound. So that's what our pickups are looking like. So here on the back that holds the neck on, it's got 4 screws and 2 smaller plates, so it's not your traditional neck plate. And a really cool carve right here. And then up here at the back of the neck, you can see the serial number. It's sort of pressed in there with the Made in Japan. Very cool. Okay, let me just tune this thing up one more time. Start right here. Okay, so I got it all tuned up. Sounds great. Everything is functioned properly. This isn't really the best amp to hear the clean tones. Guys, it's a Yamaha from Japan, It's a long time ago in a country far, far away. But I have it for sale down here at ZIMM'S Guitars. Thanks for watching. Go buy a guitar.